Let's look at an example of editing existing items. In this case, we have wine to wholesale items where we've entered 5 items, but 3 of them are in error and we want to correct them. So we'll go into interactive entry and edit, accept the license and profile information, and this brings us to the posting summary screen. We now want to view and amend brand details. We now see the 5 items with the 3 erroneous items marked in red. You can simply edit one of the items, and the fields that are in error will come up highlighted in red, as you see here. In this case, you need to enter the New York State distributor's license or distributor's license numbers. You would enter N if there are none, otherwise you enter a series of 7-digit NYS LA serial numbers. So, for example, we'll enter a series of dummy numbers like this. In this case, let's assume that the alcohol content here was wrong and that it was actually 15% alcohol. This could be entered in 2 different fashions. It could be entered here as category C over 14 to 21%, or we could enter it here as 15%. We'll leave it as category C for the moment. This is a non-vintage wine, so we'll change this to the NV. What we're going to do here is change the discount amounts. Right now we're showing that there are, on 3 cases, there would be a $1.05 discount, and for 10 cases, there would be a $2.05. Let's assume that there is also a 5 case. So what we're going to do is we'll move the 10 case over here, like so, and then we'll put in the 5 case here. Notice that the discounts can either be by case or by bottle. That cannot be mixed. The discounts themselves can be in terms of dollars off or in terms of percent off, and this can be mixed from one discount level to another. Let's also assume that this is a limited availability item. This is indicated by setting this pull down to L. At that point, you have to select an allocation method from the following list. Let's assume for the moment that this is a closeout sale, and we'll indicate that here. If we needed to put in additional information about that allocation method, additional information can go here. If this is someone who does not have a New York State brand registration number, serial number, you would have to enter the primary source here, and this would be the company name, address, and phone number. If you have a situation where we're talking about different levels of FOB pricing, the one level is placed here, and then additional levels can be put in this box here. Let's save this, and we'll go to the next item that's in error. Notice that the previous item is now in white, showing that it's correct. Again, we need the New York State distributor's license numbers, and we put those in as follows. This one, there is no age, is simply not applicable. It's not a non-vintage item. And the remaining information is correct. So we will save this and move on to the last item flagged in red. And we have the same situation that we did before. Well, let's assume for the sake of argument that this one does not have a New York State serial number. So we simply put in N. And that finishes that item. At this point, we could look at and edit some of the other items, or we can go and add a new brand or item number by clicking here. But this will end the current demonstration.